Should I start or not?
Start.
Start? Okay. We're going to do roll call.
How do you make the bigger things?
Like that.
I don't know.
I'd like to call this meeting to order. 1 second. Okay. Yeah. Can you make it a little bigger? Because maybe it's because it's in Word.
Well, it's up to you if you want to bring it back and forth. We're not putting, you know.
In view.
Put it in.
Yeah, you can't do that when you're in Word.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. Nice.
They could see me all the way in
Is
Morris.
this the right one?
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, just give us 1 second. We're all in our new Chromebooks and we're just trying to be able to get the proper view with our old eyes. Okay. I hit the gavel already.
Better.
We're on. I said roll call, please.
Okay, Mr. Accomando,
Present.
Ms. Borelli, Mr. Aricello,
Present.
Ms. Ianello,
Present.
Mr. Laurentino.
Present.
Ms. Roloff.
Here.
Ms. Torbic, Ms. Traverso,
Here.
Ms. Ottarelli.
Here. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Adequate notice of this meeting has been sent to all members of the Board of Education and to the Bergen Record in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, 1975. At this time, please be advised that all cell phones and electronic devices should be turned off. Okay, we are going to start off this evening with the student representative report.
Yes, Devin was unable to make it this evening due to track, so Silvana is here. Thank you.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start off strong with Washington School, and they wanted to report that this past summer their building underwent a lot of work to the bond referendum.
Silvana, move the microphone closer to you.
Closer? Good?
Yes.
Okay. 4 classrooms upstairs were renovated and transformed into new spaces. They added an elevator, and they painted hallways to reflect their Saddlebrook pride. A faculty restroom was added to the downstairs of the building, and one of the rooms was turned into a playroom with carpeting for the little learners to play on. And this room will also have an interactive projector on the floor called a Funtronic floor. They would like to report that this school year is off to a great start with many new students entering the school system, and they're all settling into their classrooms and forming bonds with their new teachers. This year, the preschool intends to align their SEL program with that of the elementary schools through the Bright program. And Washington is currently in the works of reimagining their baby falcon mascot with their art teacher, Miss Wolf. And of course, next month, Washington's going to celebrate their 100th birthday. Now for Franklin School, they had a kindergarten playdate event, which had an amazing turnout. Many students and parents were able to meet their teachers. Mr. Robinson and Miss Abate met with all the students at Franklin during the first week of school to give them a warm welcome. They discussed school pride and expectations for a positive school year. And lastly, Franklin will have their back-to-school night on September 5th, and they're looking forward to welcoming families of the students to meet their staff. As for Smith School, their back-to-school night is going to be Tuesday, September 24th. The 5th and 6th grade students have been lending a helping hand to the younger ones by helping them at recess, serving as great role models, and developing future plans. Another opportunity for the 5th and 6th grade students helping will be starting up next week, and this is the Smith Morning Patrol. The students will help moving the car line in the morning and walking the younger students to the gym doors every morning. For Long Memorial School, they're excited to showcase their new motto this school year. Leading by example, optimistic thinking, navigating situations, and grit and determination. This year, Long School will have Long Memorial Stars of the Month to recognize students who exemplify the new motto. Long will have their back-to-school night on September 26th, and they will also be sharing all this amazing news with the parents. As for the middle school, they wanted to welcome back all the students and hope that they have a great year. They had their first middle school Falcon in the Week this year. A big congratulations to Christopher Salgado. Chris was kind enough to keep one of his peers to help one of his peers navigate the building during the first week back. Chris, your act of kindness has set a great example for everyone. Let's all strive to be as helpful and supportive as Chris. Thank you for being a wonderful Falcon. The SBEF Walkathon will take place on September 27th. Every student will participate in their gym periods. As for the high school, the 2024 to 2025 school year kicked off with the seniors having their senior sunrise on the front lawn. Donuts, coffee, and hot chocolate accompanied the class as they watched the sunrise together. Every class met in the auditorium during the first week of school for the annual class meetings. Things that were discussed included Option 2, dress code, and open lunch. September 10th was picture day for the middle school and high school students. They got their pictures taken during their gym periods. Going along with pictures, the seniors had their class group picture at the park on Friday, September 13th. And they are proud to say that this year's back to school night was a great success. There was a great turnout of parents who got to meet their students' teachers and walk through their schedules. Pairing with this, there was a 9th grade parent orientation, which also had a great number of parents. This was a helpful night to parents of the new high school students who learned what being a high schooler is all about. Our 9th and 10th graders sat through the annual 9/11 presentation in the auditorium this past week, and Captain DeSantis visited Mr. G and Freddie's classes as well. Lastly, for the high school, it's fall pep rallies on September 20th, Friday this week, and this week also kicks off the universities and colleges visiting the high school. The last thing is information regarding sports. The Saddlebrook Athletic Department would like to welcome you to our Senior Day celebration honoring our senior members and their families of the marching band, cheer team, and our football team. The ceremony will begin at 12:25 p.m. this Saturday on our main field with our football team kicking it off at 1 p.m. versus Hasbrook Heights. Come out and support your Falcons. Please check our athletic schedule to catch a glimpse of all of our sports teams in action. Go Falcons!
Thank you very much. Okay, our next report is the superintendent's report. Mrs. Violetti?
Thank you. Thank you, Silvana. That was great. All right, so a couple updates. So at the high school in the past, they've always done a Falcon of the Week, like Silvana shared the Falcon of the Week for the middle school. But at the high school, we were talking with their administration, and it wasn't as well received at the high school. Or wasn't really done truly with fidelity. So what we decided to do is I created a Google form for our staff here to nominate their own Falcon of the Week, a student that demonstrates the same traits as our Falcon. So as you may know, we've been trying to focus on our school pride and the Saddlebrook Falcons. So Falcons are renowned for their sharp vision, unwavering focus, and relentless drive to excel. They are natural communicators and possess an insatiable ambition. We are Falcons. So our staff here will nominate high school students that exemplify the traits of a Falcon, and then we are going to invite them to Board of Education meetings with their families so that way we can kind of share all they are doing in our school. So that's going to be something new moving forward. September is dedicated to attendance awareness. So as you may have seen, I've been sending out lots of communications about attendance, making sure our families are well aware of the attendance standards in our district. Also, on that note, I was notified that a lot of our emails are going to your spam folder, so please check your spam folder, and our tech department is working on remedying that problem. Our district goals have to do with our attendance and increasing our academic growth, so you'll hear those themes restated often during the length of the school year. A reminder Silvana shared about our elementary schools back to school nights. They're all next week on a different day. A reminder to our families that those are minimum day sessions for that school only. So for example, if Long School is having their back to school night, it's a minimum session day for Long School, not for any other building. Our crosswalks in front of our middle school, high school, I always point the wrong way, that way, they are going very well. Our crossing guards are quite happy with it, and our students have been using it, most importantly. So thank you to our students. The side path that leads to the parking lot, that's been very well used as well. We're excited to move forward with the path to the middle school doors, but we're seeing them being used. We're seeing our students act safely, and we're really proud of them. At our elementary buildings, we're asking our parents to please model for our students how to correctly cross the street and use the crosswalk. We are having families that are not using the crosswalk, and just as a friendly reminder from the Saddlebrook Police is jaywalking is against the law. It is a $54 ticket, and we are hoping that everyone will use our crosswalk, and our crossing guards are there for your safety. Savannah mentioned September 21st is Senior Day for high school football, cheer, and marching band. So that's this Saturday. Ceremony starts at 12:25, and then we do have a football game against Hasbrook Heights. Homecoming is Saturday, October 5th. And also, one of those Saturdays, there's a 40-year class reunion from the class of 1984, so they'll be at the game and touring our buildings as well. As a reminder, school is closed Thursday, October 3rd. I shared with the board on Monday that we have at our district, we created a Google site for our club and activities where we have our staff, they're filling out attendance and their quick note on their activity for the day. And it helps us to just organize more as to what we are offering to our students. Our clubs are growing thanks to our staff who are willing to lead these sessions with our students. A lot of times our students have the idea, they approach a staff member and the staff member agrees to advise the club. So you'll see on the agenda that we are hoping to approve a sidebar to include some of those clubs that have been running successfully, but they have not been getting paid for it because it wasn't listed in the contract. Our CAP, our corrective action plan from testing, that's closed out. We were successful. We showed them that we completed every item. So they quickly, within a week turnaround, sent us notification that that has ended. Our middle school field trip. So over the years, I know it's tradition to go on an overnight field trip to Washington, D.C. in 8th grade. Our numbers have been dwindling. And for some reason, it's not up on my computer right now, so I'm going to find it. But our numbers have been dwindling over the course of the years since COVID, and we have students that are not attending due to the cost of the trip. We also had to pay an extra $1,000 last year because we did not meet the minimum requirements for the company. So with that, we are asking, here it is. With that, the teachers, the 8th grade advisors got together with the middle school principal and myself, and they presented another idea for a trip. It'd be a full day trip, so that way all the students can go. It would basically, the fundraising that they do should cover most of the cost of the trip. It should be very minimal, if any, fees that our students would have to pay. They are proposing a Rocking Horse Ranch, where included is guided horseback riding, a barbecue, mountain tubing, rock climbing, bungee jumping, laser tag, arcade, archery range, paddle boats, fishing. So there's lots for our students to do there. It's also very inclusive, so all of our students are able to attend, including our sales students. It's not as far, so it's an hour and 15 minutes away. So they save on the cost of the buses because they can use our school buses. It's a lot of team building activities with academic connections and social and emotional wellness. So wanted to make sure that that was explained to our community. And I have too many tabs open. We're focusing on Falcon Pride. So like I said at the beginning, we're really we redid the tile floor in front of our middle school, high school with the S and the B. If you notice on our soap dispensers, we have Go Falcons with the Falcon mascot on them. Really trying to inundate our staff and our students with Falcon Pride and getting more of our students out to our athletic events. We have our pep rally next week, so really focusing on the Saddlebrook Falcons and all the good that's happening across our district. That being said, the foundation, Saddlebrook Educational Foundation, they have their walkathon. It's Friday the 27th. That link was sent out to our families to donate. The foundation supports all of our school buildings. They fully support all of our school buildings. So all the funds that they collect will go back to our schools. So please consider donating. They did have an incentive about the school that has the most funds will receive a reward. So that was sent out to everybody. I hope everyone saw our new high school counseling newsletter. Mrs. DeBonis, our Director of Curriculum and Instruction, she's taking the lead on our counseling department here, and she, along with the counselors, composed the counseling newsletter that was sent out to our families to keep them informed of everything our counseling department is doing with our students. So there's a lot going on throughout the entire course of the youth school year, and the goal is to send out that newsletter quarterly. And I hope everyone saw the Washington newsletter that Mrs. Hannenberg sends out, our Supervisor of Early Childhood and Special Services. And she sends, that was sent out today. That's the wrong link, to kind of share all the updates at Washington School. And the Centennial is scheduled for Thursday, October 10th. The invitation was out there as well. Okay, that's it.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much.
Through the chair, can I?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay.
On the 8th grade trip, you said that
I think you're off.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, on the 8th grade trip, you said that was their choice, the Rocking Horse Ranch?
Yes.
And would this still be the same time of year? I mean, now it's flexible, it doesn't
Right, so for this year, because they still have to do the fundraising, it would be in the spring.
Okay. And as far as the clubs go, all the clubs, we used to do this. Can we just, like June, have like an attendance record, what number of students started and ended, to see if it's worth having that club next year?
Yep, absolutely. That's part of the Google site, is that every club's going to be evaluated at the end of the school year.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And that's per board policy and regulation.
Does anyone else have something, question, anything? Okay, all right. Mr. Karati, you're up.
So I gave my update on the referendum project the other day, but the next day, remember I said the DEP, we don't have approval yet. But I got an email from the DEP, and sometimes it's a little hard to read, so the environmental and architect have to translate it for me. But there's kind of two applications down at the DEP. One's for the wetlands, which is an area, not in the main field, but to the practice area to Route 80. So when you file for the flood hazard permit for the work we're doing on the field, I guess they have to check out the wetlands too. So they kind of run together, although the approvals won't be at the same time, and they weren't. We just got this one on Tuesday, was the wetland approval, showing that the wetlands in the areas that we can't disturb are not in with the main flood hazard permit. So what the environmental consultant says, this was good news that we got that the main flood hazard permit might not be too far behind, but just to say that the DEP still has 49 more days to actually give us approval. It could come before then, or on day 48, they could come back to us and say, you need X, Y, Z. So, it's getting there, but again, it's slow, and that's all you get.
Through the chair, can they go longer than 49 days? Can they request like an extension of time?
They're really supposed to do it, before then. They have the turnaround time. But I said they could come back on day 48 and say they need more stuff that extends it again another 3 months.
So in 49 days, we should have an answer.
We should, hopefully before then. I mean, we think it's in supervisor review, whether that's a 1 level or 2 levels. I'm hoping sometime in upcoming weeks. We only have one board meeting in October, so hopefully we'll have to, I'm hoping, schedule another meeting that we're approving the bidder for the field.
I don't think we would mind to have another meeting.
No, I want
the
that
October
one.
meeting.
Yeah, okay. Again, didn't we say, I recall in all of the conversations that it takes about a year to get this approved? Was that correct in my
Correct,
recall?
and we're over a year.
We are over?
Yeah.
When?
We started talking to them in July of ’23 to see what they need. They told us everything. We put an application together, and someone else reviewed it and said, you need this. You need these items. So that, that delayed it, and then it went from there. And they just asked for, again, it's reviewers, and somebody interprets it a different way, and they want more stuff, but it's a long process.
Okay. Very
Through
good.
the chair.
Yes.
Just for my clarification, so there's 2 permits. There's a wetlands permit and then a main permit, and the wetlands one got approved, the main one did not?
Yeah, right.
Got it, okay.
And then they file, I guess there's stuff to file, the environmental consultant will take care of it. You have to, that gets recorded on our property deed and outline some stuff, and there's areas back there, I can't go down and cut trees back, and, I wanted to redo the fencing back there and make a better practice area, because when we put up the lights, facing the other side of the bleachers, we're going to have some lighting, not lighting that's going to be on the field, but just so maybe the band could practice there if the field's being used for a sporting event. So I want to just clean up that area, put new fencing. You could just maintain the property, but once there's a certain area, 50 feet from this line, and they'll go over with me, you can't do certain things. But we'll clean up as much as we can and get it where we can use it pretty good. So if it's dry back there, we don't get a rainy period, they could use that field for different things.
It's called wetlands, though. For a reason?
It is. Yeah. So we've been dry for weeks now. It's been dry, but when we get rain, it's wet. So we'll have eventually the turf field that could be used 24/7.
Anything else? Okay. No? We're good? Mr.
We're
Crowe?
good.
We're good? Okay. Anyone else? Questions or comments? Okay. All right, can I have a motion to open the meeting to the public for agenda items only in policies?
Motion?
Second.
Okay. All in favor? Aye. Would anyone from the community like to speak? Okay, thank you. Okay, can I have a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Okay, so then we're going to move on to the agenda. We have board action items B2425.9 through B2425.13. Can I have a second?
Second.
Does anyone have a question or discussion on it?
I'll share point 10. Well, the point 9 on our minutes. Point 10 is the mandated district emergency virtual remote learning plan that the district is still required to submit. 11 is a statement of insurance about our paras. That's another mandate. 12 are the board goals, where we set New Jersey School Boards, Matt Lee, and develop the goals for our board. And then 13 is our district nursing services plan, which is also a state mandate to approve every year.
Okay. Anyone questions, comments? Okay. All right, roll call, please.
Mr. Aricello,
Yes.
Mr. Laurentino,
Yes.
Ms. Roloff,
Yes.
Ms. Traverso,
Yes, to all, but I have to abstain from B2425.9, numbers 2, 3, and 4, as I was gone for most of that summer, and also B2425.12. I was not here for that either.
okay. Ms. Zottarelli,
Yes.
Mr. Accomando,
Yes.
and Ms. Ianello.
Yes to all, I think. Was I here July 17th? I think so, right? What did we do July 17th?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I don't, you're chuckling. I think so. I'm going to say yes.
Yes, you were here.
I was here, okay, yes. Okay, then yes to all.
No, Mr. Accomando wasn't here in case he wants to redo his vote. but
Which one was it?
It does, I mean, the minutes really
I was
don't,
on vacation. I'm sorry. Yeah, 17th. I apologize. I was not here.
so I'll put you as abstain from
Yes.
number
Thank you. I
one.
forgot all about that. Had such a great time.
And then Ms.
I'm so
Ianello,
glad you had a good time.
you're a yes to everything, right?
Yeah, I'm yes to everything,
Okay.
yes. Okay, education and curriculum, Ms. Traverso?
At the recommendation, excuse me, of the superintendent, I make a motion to approve the following items. E2425.10 through E2425.19.
Motion? Can I have a
Second.
motion? Does anyone have a question or would like to discuss something?
Point 10, field trips. There is an addition, the Glamour Gals Club visiting the cupola in Paramus because it's before the October board date. I want to thank our teachers for putting in their field trips early. There was plenty put in. Our due date for this agenda was September 4th, so you'll see many more on the October agenda because our teachers are putting in for the spring already. You'll see our outdoors club put in their fall hikes, our marching band put in their trips. So there's lots of stuff going on as far as our field trips go. The dual enrollment articulation agreement, that is with Bergen Community College. Dual enrollment are our classes here at the high school where our teacher is approved by the college to teach that class at a college level. So our students in that class have the option, they're not required to, but they have the option upon successful completion of the class to pay for the college credits at a discounted rate. I know it was asked what one of our teachers needs to be or have to hold in order to teach. It is approved by the college themselves. It's a team of people that does approve it. They have to show their transcript. Ideally, they have a master's in that specific content area, and they need to show that they have all the courses necessary as agreed upon by the college. So sometimes it does depend on the exact course. Right now, I do see some, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dual enrollment courses that is part of this articulation agreement. Our K-6 art curriculum has been revised, and our neurodiversity social studies elective here at the high school, that's the one that Laura Ironman, or one of our speech therapists, presented to the board last school year. And they wrote the curriculum over the summer, so that way we can start having it. Our public speaking curriculum, high school Latin 2 and 3 and 4, that was written over the summer, all revised. And then point 19 is our service providers, and it's just a revision because there was a change in one of the rates.
I do have a question. We did give a stipend for someone to do all of the field trips, correct? To organize all of the field trips?
So that was part of the Teacher Climate and Culture grant that was approved. However, we have not appointed anybody to do that yet, and it seems like our teachers are taking the initiative to do it themselves already, so I'm not really quite sure if that's going to be needed.
Okay, all right. Well, because I did think that that was a great idea to do that, so I really commend these teachers, because at the beginning of the school year, that's probably not the first thing you're thinking of.
Yeah, they've been on it.
Yeah, to do all of this, I couldn't even imagine that. So kudos, great job. So I wanted to see if there was a correlation to that. Okay. All right, so we're moving on. We're going to do budget and finance.
We gotta
Oh,
vote.
I'm sorry, we have to do roll call, sorry. I was going
Miss-
right for steaming ahead. I apologize.
Mr. Aricello,
Yes.
Mr. Laurentino,
Yes.
Ms. Roloff,
Yes.
Ms. Traverso,
Yes to all, but I will abstain from E2425.11.
1-1. Okay.
11, sorry.
Ms. Zattarelli,
Yes.
Mr. Accomando,
Yes.
Ms. Ianello.
Yes. Okay, now we can go on. Okay, budget and finance, Mr. Accomando.
Yes, thank you. At the recommendation of the superintendent, I make a motion to approve the following items. BF 2425.15 to .23.
Can I have a motion?
Motion, second.
Can I have a second? That was actually. Does anyone have a question?
Through
or
the
discussion?
chair, I do,
Okay.
on 2425.21. Is there a required amount of hours, a specific amount we have to guarantee them?
No. That is our residency officer that is conducting residency investigations for us. We approved him towards the end of last school year. We used him at the end of the school year, and he's continuing. He's working on a couple cases for us currently. Point 22, I just want to thank Acme Markets. They invited us to their grand reopening, and they donated $1,500 of worth in gift cards to our school district. They did something similar last year as well for a different cause, so now we have some Acme gift cards to give out to our families. We're looking to use them at our parent partnership nights again. And point 23 is an agreement with Newbridge Medical Center. Last school year, we used them for our school clearance, our drug testing. And this year, we're adding on psych evaluations and behavior assessments as well. So we had a lot of success with partnering with them.
Does anyone else have a comment or questions? No? Good? Okay. Roll call, please.
Mr. Aricello,
Yes.
Mr. Laurentino,
Yes.
Ms. Roloff,
Yes.
Ms. Traverso,
Yes.
Ms. Zattarelli,
Yes.
Mr. Accomando,
Yes.
Ms. Ianello.
Yes to all, but in BF 2425.15, I'm going to abstain from check numbers 4470, 4598, and 65661. Yes to everything else. Okay, all right. Facilities and operations, I'm going to do it since Ms. Torvik's not here this evening. At the recommendation of the superintendent, I make a motion to approve the following items. F 2425.2.
Second?
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Want a discussion? No? Okay. Roll call?
Mr. Aricello,
Yes.
Mr. Laurentino,
Yes.
Ms. Roloff,
Yes.
Ms. Traverso,
Yes.
Ms. Zattarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Accomando?
Yes.
Ms. Ianello?
Yes. Okay, policy. Ms. Roloff?
At the recommendation of the superintendent, I'd like to make a motion to approve the following items. POL 2425.2.
Can I have a motion?
Motion.
A second. Does anyone have a question? These are all the second reading, and I think many of them, right, are mandates. We good? Okay. All right. Roll call, please.
Mr. Urcello?
Yes.
Mr. Laurentino?
Yes.
Ms. Roloff?
Yes.
Ms. Traverso?
Yes.
Ms. Zattarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Accomando?
Yes.
Ms. Ianello?
Yes. Okay, negotiations.
Before we get to negotiations, we have a last-minute addition, 2425.01, approve the sidebar agreement dated September 18th, 2024, between the Saddlebrook Board of Education and the Saddlebrook Education Association.
Second.
Thanks.
The sidebar, I guess I will continue. I didn't know if we had to formally. The sidebar is for 5 clubs here at the middle school, high school. 4 of them have been running for at least 1 full year, and our staff were not getting paid to run it because it wasn't listed as a stipend in their contract. So Best Buddies, Falcons for Change, Chess Club, Asian American Heritage Club, and then we're going to have DECA here at the high school, which we're excited to start in our building.
Does anyone have a question in regards to this? No?
I said it
Good.
earlier.
Any comments? Okay. All right. Roll call, please.
Mr. Urcello?
Yes.
Mr. Laurentino?
I'm going to abstain from that one.
Ms. Roloff?
Yes.
Ms. Traverso?
Yes.
Ms. Zattarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Accomando?
Yes.
And Ms. Ianello?
I'm not sure if I should abstain from that because I'm not part of the Saddlebrook Association, so, right, so it's
I mean, you
not-
have 5 votes now, but you could abstain. If you want to play safe, but you could vote on contracts and sideboards when it comes to final.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay, then
You're not
I'll,
involved in negotiations.
okay. I just, all of a sudden, it just.
Well, if you want to say we got 5 votes, so you don't have to, if you
All
feel
right, then let
comfortable,
me
just
abstain
abstain.
just to be
Yeah,
cautious.
fine.
Okay, all right. Personnel, Mr. Laurentino?
As a recommendation of the superintendent, I make a motion to approve the following items. P2425.16 through P2425.20.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Second.
Does anybody have any questions?
No, but we skipped negotiations.
No, Tony did.
We,
We didn't vote on it.
Yes.
We
Oh,
did.
We didn't approve it, yeah, that's right. Yes, we did.
we did.
rescinded.
We
We voted.
Yeah,
did.
we
Close.
did it.
voted.
You voted
Okay.
yes?
I had no.
You said yes.
You voted
Okay.
yes?
Did
I
you?
know. I just must have put it in the wrong spot, that's
Okay.
all. Sorry.
I'm like, wait a minute, I thought we
Sylvia
did
needs
that.
vacation.
I don't think so.
You know, because I definitely can make a mistake. All right.
I don't think so.
Can I just say, I wish Miss Galvin luck in her future. We just got the email today of her resignation, so I'd just like to wish her good luck. She's served.
Absolutely.
Thank you. So I'll 2425.16, those are our resignations. So number 1 is resigning as a lunch aide, but she is being appointed as a para. Number 2 is our executive assistant to the superintendent, who we wish the very best to. Number 3 is rescinded because she never started with us. Number 4 was a para as well. And then number 5, our technology specialist is pursuing different career paths, so we wish him the very best as well. Our appointments, we do have some paras, a lunch aide, a part-time bus driver custodian, a school nurse for Franklin Elementary School, a special education teacher here at the high school. And there is an addition, I interviewed and he accepted today. Number 12 is an addition for a lunch aide, Fred Weissman. Point 18 are our stipends. There is an addition. It's a volunteer to the marching band assistant. I met with him this morning, so number 9 is a last-minute addition. Armando Morel, he is volunteering his time to support our marching band. Then we have our revisions, we have our mentors to our new teachers, and that's it.
Okay. I'm going to go, well, actually, channel Sylvia here, Mrs. Otterelli.
I love it.
This person, it doesn't say pending background check.
They all are at the top.
Oh, it's
Pending all
from the
district
top.
paperwork and proper
Okay.
certifications.
Okay, so, was that a former student by any chance?
Who?
Armando?
No, a parent.
It's Akamai.
It's a form, oh, okay, all right, just curious. All right, we did second already? Now I lost track. Okay, does anyone have any questions or comments? Okay, discussions? Okay, all right, then roll call.
Mr. Uccello,
Yes.
Mr. Laurentino,
Yes.
Ms. Roloff,
Yes.
Ms. Traverso,
Yes.
Ms. Otterelli,
Yes.
Mr. Accomando,
Yes.
Ms. Ianello.
Yes. Okay. All right, we're moving on to committee reports. Budget and Finance, Mr. Accomando, do you have one?
No, we do not, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. I'm going to go with Facilities and Operations. We don't have one. Do we? Ms. Torbeck, I don't think we have anything, right? Negotiations, Ms. Otterelli?
We are approving the sidebar agreement dated September 18th between the Board of Education and the Saddlebrook, isn't it the maintenance, not the education?
No, this one is the clubs that I shared. We're not approving that one yet.
Okay, never mind. And the clubs, the Educational Association.
We'll just put a pin in that one. Okay.
He said it.
Okay. Let's do a policy. Do we have anything for
That's
policy? Ms. Roloff?
No.
No, right, okay. All right, liaison reports, Ms. Otterelli.
I have a Franklin. Oh, well, we're not up to that. There's a
What do you want to,
school board's meeting on the 30th, which is taking place, I believe, in Hasbrook Heights. If anyone like to go, let Ray know. He'll register all of us.
we talked briefly about it, who was available possibly
I
on
wasn't
Monday.
here,
Yes,
sorry.
no, so it was a really, a very brief conversation. So if anyone would like to go, just, we coordinate,
Okay.
okay? All right, so do you have anything else? I'm sorry.
I have a PTO from Franklin.
Do you want to do that now, too?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Franklin PTO had their organization meeting with the new executive board. They've already successfully ran 2 snack sales during the first week of school. They also have their Spirit Wear website active. They're in the process of planning their sponsored events for October, which included Trunk or Treat, Picture Day on 10/25, and the students' annual Halloween class party. They're also in the process of selecting class parents for the school year, and Wednesday night is their back-to-school night.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to go back to the Educational Foundation, and just give me one moment. Okay, so, all right, so the SBEF Walkathon is going to be on September 27th, and all schools. Permission slips link will be emailed to parents from the principal. Okay, prizes are going out for students that raise the most money. I did not get what the prizes are. I wasn't informed of that. Okay, and that's it for the Education Foundation. Special Education Parent Advisory Group. Ms. Traverso, do you have anything?
I do have for long school.
But do you have
Oh, no,
anything for that?
special ed,
No,
no, I'm
okay.
sorry. I do not.
All right, for the town liaison, do you, Ms. Violetta, have anything? We haven't met, so I don't know. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go to the PTO, PTAs now. What school do you have, Ms. Traverso?
I have long school.
Okay,
Long School's first PTO meeting will be held on Tuesday, October 8th in their cafeteria. As a reminder, meetings are held the second Tuesday of each month. There is now an LMS PTO website, which can easily be found on the LMS homepage or at www.tinyurl.com/PTOLMS. Previous programs, events, and fundraisers, their kindergarten playdate was held on Wednesday, August 28th. All kindergartners were treated to popsicles and goodie bags as they met their classmates and teachers. We thank our sponsor, Mazer Plumbing, for their generosity. During the first week of school, LMS faculty and staff were treated to breakfast and lunch courtesy of Luca's Deli and Mazer Plumbing. Additional treats were provided by the LMS families. Upcoming events. The Fall Book Fair will be held on Tuesday, September 24th through Thursday, September 26th during school hours. There will be an evening book fair taking place during the back-to-school night on Thursday, September 26th. During back-to-school night, all LMS families can stop by the PTO table to meet members of our executive board and volunteer for their upcoming PTO events. The annual David's Cookies and Cheesecake fundraiser will be taking place October 4th through the 21st. Orders will be delivered before Thanksgiving. Please consider ordering from an LMS family. Their annual Trunk or Treat event is for LMS families will take place on Friday, October 25th. Volunteers are needed to decorate trunks. Please view the website for additional details. And they are looking forward to a wonderful school year.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, let's go to the next school. Yeah, that would be you.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, I got Smith School here. Smith School will have their first PTO Zoom meeting on Tuesday, October 1st. They'll be voting on a budget and review the plan for the year. Let's see. They will kick off their readathon on October 1st. Students are invited to track their hours to win prizes for reading. They also have prizes and incentives for fundraising. Their first restaurant night will be at Mario's on September 26th. The Fall Fest is planned for Friday, October 4th. And Picture Day is October 24th, and they're looking forward to a great year.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to go and do the middle school, high school. Hold on. All right, their first meeting will be September 24th at 7:30. A link will be emailed to the parents, and it's also on their Facebook page. Okay, and then that's really the only thing I have from them. I would say that please, I encourage everyone to join and participate in that in order to be eligible for the scholarship senior year. You need to be a member for the 4 years in school, for the high school at least. So I really think that that's a great partnership that they have, so I would highly encourage all the parents to participate and join the PTO. All right, that's it for the liaison reports. Correspondence, we do have something here, correct, Mr. Karati?
Yes, it's a letter from our auditors discussing the upcoming audit for the 23-24 school year. And just, you can read it at your leisure, but what they're stating in here is that they would appreciate the opportunity to meet with you, the board, to discuss information about the audit, since a two-way dialogue can provide valuable information for the audit process. If you do not respond to this letter, we will presume you have no issues or concerns to communicate to us relating to the audit. So you can read this at your leisure, but if you have anything, I could set a meeting up, whether it's with the budget committee, if you want them to come in and talk. If you don't have anything, you don't have anything.
Thank you.
Okay.
They're just required to communicate this to you.
It's a very detailed communication.
Yes,
Yes.
per state and federal regulations.
Okay. So this is a mandate. They have to come in and do this.
They have to come, well, the audit or this letter?
The audit.
Yes,
right? They come
yes.
in
We're
and they have to do
required, the
that.
districts are required in the state of New Jersey to have an audit.
Okay. Okay. Moving on, old business. Does anyone have any old business? No? Okay. Any new business?
Through the chair.
Yes.
First, I would like to thank the 12-month staff, custodians, maintenance, secretaries, all for their hard work over the summer. Schools look great inside and out. Welcome back to the teachers, and good luck to all the people who are unfortunately either resigning or retiring.
Very well said. Thank you. Okay. Anything else? Okay. All
If
right.
I may I just want to thank our parents and our PTOs. I stopped to get pizza right before the board meeting and ran into a couple students, and they were like, Mrs. Violetti, when's the fall festival? When's this? And I was like, I don't know, but now I know. I wish I would have had that information. I'm like, I feel like I should know that information, but I do not have it. They get really excited. Our PTOs do a fabulous job with our buildings and our students and families, and I just want to extend our gratitude to all of you, so thank you.
Okay. Can I get a motion to open the meeting?
Second.
Would anyone like to speak? Okay. Can I have a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Second.
Okay. All right. Can I have a motion to end the meeting?
Second. Motion.
Is, I did it backwards. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Have a great evening, everyone. We'll see you
Favor of all
October 9th, correct? October 9th at 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock is caucus.
6 o'clock.
We're
6
doing
o'clock
both.
is caucus, 7 o'clock is the regular meeting. Okay.
Unless we get DEP approval.
Unless we get DEP
For a
approval,
conference?
then we'll see you and we'll let you know.